got started. And there's a lot of competing interests, there's a lot of type A personalities, and I love every second of it. These people are great. It's some of the best designers, the best developers, some of the smartest product lines I've ever been around. They're fantastic. But it means you need a device that can gather a lot of opinions, gather a lot of ideas, and wrangle them together into some kind of concise direction when you're trying to solve a design problem. It's not easy. So what do we do? Well, first thing is that, yeah, like a lot of places, we're an agile development shop, right? So when we're talking about agile development, it means we have giant circles with chevrons in them. And the first thing we do at the top is we identify a problem, then go clockwise with me people, we have a sketching session, then we prototype what we get out of there, then we do a test. Then we refine based on that test, and the cycle starts anew. I want to talk to you fine people about the sketching session. I developed this at Living Social. We call it the 611. Everybody. 611! Very good. Now, what's the 611, you say? Well, here's what we do. It's a great way to generate a ton of ideas and then whittle them down to a single direction that you can prototype. It's also, in reality, a meeting. And when you're having a meeting, you've got to invite people to the meeting. All right, well, pick out a couple people from your organization, but make sure that they're not all the same kind of person. Not all designers, not all developers, not all product people. Egads. No, pick out anybody who is affected by the product. Next, you've got to have that problem statement. That first part of the cycle that I talked about, the problem statement. A problem has been identified, that's a whole big that's another presentation, that's for sure. But if you have that problem, you need a concise statement to communicate that to the people in the meeting, and that plants a seed in their head what to do. All right, you tell them the problem, you say, that's what we're going to do, here's a worksheet, there's 6 boxes on it, you have 8 minutes, fill this with ideas, go, 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 go. And everybody goes crazy because that 8 minutes, it goes by in no time. So you get those 6 ideas on there, and then we have a little critique session. And it's a little bit like a stock exchange. So I'll share my ideas, and then you share yours, and you share yours, and you share yours, and in the meantime, I'm writing in the margin of my notes all of your ideas that I'm going to steal. So that's the idea, is that we get those ideas out there, and everybody kind of promotes their own, says, I like this one, I'll take 1 of those, and 2 of these, and I'll take 2 of these, and 3 of those. Next is the first one. Each individual person in the session gets a worksheet with 1 box on it, and they draw the 1 idea that they think, or they draw the 1 solution made up of the ideas that they heard from everybody. All ideas are fair game. Draw your 1 solution that you think is best. Now we share that idea together. And this kind of conversation is a little different. It's not a trading floor. Now we're trying to build the pillars of the design solution, okay? What's going to happen naturally is that some of these ideas, these conversations, natural trends will develop, and those are the best things. And now you're ready for the final one. You capture those trends that were most important, and you draw up the solution based on those kind of pillars, those principles, the most important things. I use a whiteboard, because everybody can see it. There's only 1 of these done by 1 person in the meeting. So, you end up with that 1 solution, that 1 idea that the group has agreed upon. Now you've got to make it into a prototype. Hopefully, I know you are all fine, smart people, you have prototyping resources at your disposal. Probably not Legos, but maybe paper prototyping, or CSS frameworks, or prototyping tools, or those cool things on iPads. And you can get it done and get that in front of people. So, that's how it works. Now, stop and think. Is this going to work for you? Maybe. Maybe it's going to work. Maybe your company is as screwed up as mine. I'm just kidding. Maybe working at your company is just as wild and adventurous as mine, and this is the kind of thing that can work. But maybe you're dealing with a bigger problem that needs a more robust way to address that. So, take it with a grain of salt. It can work in some situations. For example, I'm working on our core product and optimizing it with new directions, but we're all based on a core product. So this sketching session methodology works really well, because we have concise problems we're trying to address. Now, then again, if you have something more complex, something more robust, the problem statement might be too big, and it doesn't necessarily work. But this has been successful for us, and I had to share it for you. It's called the 611. Everybody.
611!
If my 5-year-old can sketch to win, I know you can too.